It is 6:30 p.m. and I call this meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is a regularly scheduled meeting of the Winona City Council and is being held via conference call pursuant to Minnesota Statutes 13D.021 in response to the COVID-19 emergency. Let me please remind those who are on the conference call line, please mute your phones until you're asked to speak. Also, please identify yourself before you speak. As required by the statute, all votes will be conducted by roll call, so each member's vote on each issue can be identified and recorded. Also, if at any time a council member is not able to hear the discussion or one another, please interrupt me immediately to indicate so. Also, just a reminder to state your name before you speak so you are easily identified. The public will be allowed to speak during the designated public hearings. You will be asked to state your name and address before you make your comments. The public is not allowed to speak during other agenda items unless you have a request before the council and the mayor has given you permission to speak. I would like to congratulate Alan Bergmeyer on his retirement from the city, and I'll read the certificate being presented to him. The city wishes to recognize the service of Accountant Alan Bergmeyer, who will retire this Friday, February 5th, 2021. Alan served for over 40 years in our finance department, beginning his career as an accountant on September 16th, 1980. For 39 of his 40 years, he helped prepare the financial reports that earned the city numerous accolades, notably the Distinguished Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. Alan fondly remembers how times have changed since he started here in 1980, specifically that all financial documents were handwritten on green bar paper, a task unthinkable by any of his current co-workers. Alan served the city under 5 mayors, 6 managers, and 3 finance directors. Alan plans to enjoy retirement on the farm with wife Lynn, playing the guitar, and cheering on the Minnesota Twins and Vikings. The city appreciates the 40-year service of Alan Bergmeyer, and we wish him a long, healthy, and happy retirement. Congratulations, Alan. Thank you. 40 years and all you got was a piece of paper.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. No, great. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Okay, on my comments tonight, on a sad note, a neighbor of mine, Barb Schultz, was a neighbor of mine for 16 years. She passed away this past weekend of cancer. She was a wonderful mother, a wonderful wife to her husband, Tony, and also to her grandchildren. A great loss within our neighborhood. I think we can all appreciate how important our neighborhoods are, and all those grandmas who are out in the yard watering their flowers and watching their grandkids as you walk by. So I would like to say, pass on my condolences to the Schultz family. Steve, do you have anything this evening?
I do, Mayor. Mayor and Council, as you know, we started today opening up City Hall to the public for their needs. We still encourage folks to use online or email to the best of their ability. However, we are open. I will say we'll keep the building open for as long as we can. We're concerned about this mutated variations of the COVID virus, so there seems to be a race on between vaccination and mutation of the virus. And if we can get it here and get the virus or the vaccinations here in the county, I know that our team, along with the county, will get that vaccine distributed ASAP. And so hopefully those shipments will increase. We got great plans going forward and good people working on the problem. So again, we'll be open as long as we can. If the situation changes, we'll let the council and the community know. Other facilities in the city are opening as well, including the library for computer use and several of our park facilities. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. At this time, I would like to remember and recognize the death of Myron White. He was a city employee who passed away on January 26th. Myron began working for the city of Winona on February 4th, 2013 as the development coordinator. During his short 8-year tenure, Myron provided excellent work and was instrumental in getting many development projects off the ground. He was actively involved in creating the garage co-work space, the first in Winona. He even brought his tool belt on Saturdays to help build out that space. Myron was involved in many Winona developments, including the building and activity we see occurring in our downtown. He was instrumental in Opportunity Winona, 60 Main, Main Square, Fastenal, Bluff Country Co-op, Windcraft, Solvay, BCS Automotive, 102 Walnut, Gypsoil, and many more. Myron implemented projects in the Port Authority Commercial Harbor, including improving staging areas, stormwater improvements, and dock improvements. All of this made Winona's water transportation viable and reduced wear and tear on our roads. All of those accomplishments are great. The way in which Myron worked was even greater. He was kind, respectful, knowledgeable, and just an all-around good person. He will be missed. The city will be honoring Myron tonight by keeping the lights of City Hall on overnight. I would now ask for a moment of silence to honor Myron White. Everyone present in council chambers, please stand, and those on Zoom, please mute your microphones. Thank you. I will now ask the city clerk to take roll call. Members of the city council who are either present in the council chambers or participating by conference call, please indicate your presence by stating here as the city clerk calls your name.
Mayor Scott Sherman.
Aye.
Councilman Young. Here. Moeller.
Excuse me, Mayor Sherman, we can't hear Monica.
Here.
I'll start again. Mayor Scott Sherman.
Thank you.
Here.
Councilman Young.
Here.
Moeller.
Here.
Alexander.
Here.
Iden.
Here.
Borzakowski.
Here.
Rapinski.
Here. Reminder that the public is not allowed to speak during this meeting unless you have a request before the council, and I have given you permission to speak. Also, a reminder to the council that a roll call vote will be taken on each motion. I would also remind the council that if you wish to make a motion, state the following. I, name, move to approve the attached resolution, proposed ordinance, or request, and then to second the motion, please state I, your name, and then second the motion.
Under the petition requests and communications, item 3.1 is the appointment to the Heritage Preservation Commission of Jessica Richards Polini.
Make a
I
motion.
make a motion to approve that appointment.
Eileen will second.
Motion by Michelle, a second by Eileen. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman.
Aye.
Councilman Young.
Aye.
Moeller.
Aye.
Alexander.
Aye.
Iden.
Aye.
Borzakowski.
Aye.
Rapinski.
Aye. Motion passes.
Item 3.2 are sign and banner requests for the Frozen River Film Fest and the Master Gardeners Day.
I, Michelle Alexander, make a motion to approve those requests.
Eileen seconds.
We have a motion by Michelle, a second by Eileen. Any discussion?
Mayor,
Yes, Eileen.
Just that I'm going to abstain from this because I represent one of these organizations.
Understood. Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman.
Aye.
Councilman Young.
Aye.
Moeller.
Abstain.
Alexander.
Aye.
Iden.
Aye.
Borzakowski.
Aye.
Rupinsky.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 3.3 is an application for on-sale intoxicating liquor license for Sloppy Joe's Tavern.
I, Michelle Alexander, make a motion to approve that liquor license.
Aye. Aaron Rapinski, second that.
We have a motion by Michelle and a second by Aaron. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman.
Aye.
Young.
Aye.
Moeller.
Aye.
Alexander.
Aye.
Iden.
Aye.
Borzakowski.
Aye.
Rupinsky.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 3.4 is an application for on-sale intoxicating liquor license for Kish and Brink, doing business as the Cornerstone Bar.
I, Michelle Alexander, make a motion to approve that liquor.
Aye. Aaron Rapinski, second that.
We have a motion by Michelle and a second by Aaron. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman.
Aye.
Councilman Young.
Aye.
Moeller.
Aye.
Alexander.
Aye.
Iden.
Aye.
Borzakowski.
Aye.
Rupinsky.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 3.5 is the massage therapy license for Amanda McDougall.
I, Michelle Alexander, make a motion to approve that license.
Eileen seconds.
We have a motion by Michelle and a second by Eileen. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman.
Aye.
Councilman Young.
Aye.
Moeller.
Aye.
Alexander.
Aye.
Iden.
Aye.
Borzakowski.
Aye.
Rupinsky.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 3.6 is a request for vacation of the alley on Block 2 of Plummer's Addition by St. Martin's Lutheran Church. The motion would be to set the public hearing for February 16th.
Aye.
Mayor George motions to set the hearing date for February 16th.
Mayor Aaron Rapinski, seconds that.
We have a motion by George, a second by Aaron. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman.
Aye.
Councilman Young.
Aye.
Moeller.
Aye.
Alexander.
Aye.
Iden.
Aye.
Borzakowski.
Aye.
Rupinsky.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Under unfinished business, item 4.1, the Broadway 4 to 3 lane conversion project request for direction.
I, Michelle Alexander, make a motion to cease working on the project.
Second. Steve Young, second.
We have a motion by Michelle, a second by Steve. Any discussion?
Mayor, this is Pam.
Go ahead, Pam.
Yes, much has been said about this, and I am still very much in favor of it. It's a well-researched plan, and it will make Broadway safer. Some people seem to think that it might strangle, what's the term I heard, strangle business to downtown, but research shows that is not the case, far from the case. So a lot has been said, but I am definitely in favor of going forward.
Thank you, Pam. I would like to state real quick, we have gone over this a million times, and we've had plenty of discussion about it. Any council member discussion tonight, let's try to keep it short and sweet. I don't think we're going to change any minds here, but it is important to convey your thoughts if necessary. So thank you, Pam.
Mayor.
Go ahead, Eileen.
Yeah, I don't have a ton to add to what I said at the last meeting. One thing that did come up that I just want to mention is the idea was proposed that we could address getting the curbs up to ADA compliance over several years, which is true. I do think that it's all very well and good for someone who has full mobility to say that it's reasonable to wait. I think for our citizens who have mobility issues and are wheelchair bound, that's a really long time to wait to be able to navigate our streets safely. It's also a liability issue for the city, which is the potential for having some problems, you know, if someone has some sort of issue with those curbs. I just feel really strongly that for citizens who have special needs, that we should do all we can to make things safe for them as soon as possible. It's a real luxury to say, oh, it's not a big deal to me. But there are people for whom this is very difficult to navigate. And I have cared for people like that, and I have helped push them through the snow on our city curbs in the middle of winter, and it is very unsafe for them. I would also just like to add that I believe all the council members received a letter this afternoon that had several hundred signatures on it of people who support the road diet. So I don't think anyone can now say that they haven't heard from people who support this. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thanks, Eileen. Any other discussion?
Mayor Aaron Rapinski, I just want to say thank you to all the citizens that reached out to myself and other council members with their opinions and their insights and gave us their stories.
Thanks. Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Nay.
Councilman Young,
Nay. Yes, sorry.
yes on the
I'm
motion.
yes on the motion. Thank you.
Councilmember Moeller,
Nay.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Nay.
Borzakowski,
Aye.
Rapinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Moving on to new business. Item 5.1 is the Sustainability and Resilience Plan Technical Consultant Selection.
Mayor George here. I would motion for staff to prepare a standard city contract at this time.
Eileen Mueller will second.
Okay, we have a motion by George, a second by Eileen. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye?
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Moeller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Borzakowski,
Aye.
Rapinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5.2 is the One Watershed, One Plan Memorandum of Agreement.
I, Michelle Alexander, make a motion to approve.
Eileen will
Mayor
second.
George will second that.
We've got a motion from Michelle and a second by Eileen. Any discussion on this?
Mayor, I have a comment.
Go ahead, Pam.
I was assigned to be the representative to this group, and we met for the first time on Monday. It was a very interesting group. We got to know something about all of the watersheds and the rivers and some of the problems going on in our part of the state. And I very much look forward to continuing the work.
Thank you, Pam. And thank you for being the city representative on this group. It is a neat project in that we are breaking boundaries to kind of redefine what the watershed and what land agencies are within those watersheds. So we're not necessarily bound by each city or county. So it is a neat project, and I'm looking forward to what comes out of it. So thank you, Pam. Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye?
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Moeller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Borzakowski,
Aye.
Rapinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5.3 is the Library Children's Department Water Intrusion Repair Bid Authorization. Bids would be received on February 25th.
Eileen Mueller
I'm-
makes a motion to approve the attached resolution.
I'll second Michelle Alexander.
Motion by Eileen and a second by Michelle. Any discussion? Go ahead, Eileen.
Just that I'm really excited that this can be done. The Youth Services Department is so well used when we're not in a pandemic, and the staff does really good work, and it would be really great for the books to not get wet all the time. So very excited about that.
Great point. Thank you, Eileen. Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye?
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Moeller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Worzakowski,
Aye.
Rapinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5.4 is the City Hall Fire Alarm Control Panel Replacement.
I make a motion to transfer the 7,800 from facility fund to the building maintenance budget to cover this cost.
I, Aaron Rapinski, second that.
We have a motion by Michelle, a second by Aaron. Any discussion? I do have a question about this. I did notice that there's a 1-year warranty on the new product that's going in. Can someone talk to that point, or what happens after a year if it dies on us again? Another lightning strike? Are we taking precautions to help eliminate that in the future?
Mayor and council. There is a 1-year warranty, pretty standard on that type of equipment. Yeah, if something would happen to it within the year, obviously it's covered. After that, we'd be responsible for any of the replacement. The one that we've currently had has lasted several years besides the lightning strike, so we're not anticipating any issues.
Was there something special about that lightning strike? Is there a way around that we can avoid? No? Okay.
No, nothing in particular. City Hall was hit.
Okay.
This is one of the I guess devices that survived. It had some damage with, like I mentioned in the item, about the ability to update, but still functioned as the fire alarm control, which is obviously important to note. Still does today. If there was a fire alarm, it would still go off. The point, though, was it does not allow for those upgrades to happen. That's concerning to us in case that malfunctions. We wouldn't want it to cause other damage. So,
Okay.
hence the request to replace.
Thank you, Chad. Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye?
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Moeller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Worzakowski,
Aye.
Rapinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5.5 is the Law Enforcement Labor Services Local 75, 21 and 22 agreement for the Winona Police officers.
I, Michelle Alexander, make a motion to approve that labor agreement.
I, Aaron Rapinski, seconds that.
We have a motion by Michelle, a second by Aaron. Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye?
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Moeller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Worzakowski,
Aye.
Rapinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 7.1 is council concerns.
Okay, we'll start with George tonight.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Just like to commend the fire chief and the department for a very, very good annual report. We started getting those probably about 15 years ago, I'm going to say. I think Chief Kroll was chief at the time, and it's a very, very good report of the personnel, the equipment, the calls, and the major calls that they've all had. So it's a very, very good report and good to see it. And also, I would just like to take just one moment to acknowledge the passing of Myron White. I had the opportunity to work with Myron on the Port Authority and also on the revolving loan committee. And everything you said, Mayor, at the beginning of the meeting is it's all true. And Myron was good at his job, and he was very, very good to deal with. And his successes are all around this town, including the short time that he's been here. So condolences to his family, and definitely the passing of a good man. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Michelle?
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to echo George here. I got to know Myron when he first came to town as part of the Main Street program, and although he was superior in his job, the thing that I remember most about him is his personality. He always could find a way to make you smile, whether it be dressing up like a schmore or I don't know. He's going to be greatly missed. He had a light inside of him that was a joy to be around, and I could always find myself when I was in meetings with him, he would brighten my day, and condolences to his family. It's very sad to lose Myron. And then on a second note, I'm hoping I can ask staff request to look at all of our streets, maybe do a more comprehensive look at our streets for lighting, pedestrian crossings that are unified and more identifiable throughout the city. So there's some form, I think part of our transportation plan or bike and pedestrian safety plan calls for this. But I think that now is a good time to address some lighting issues and some pedestrian crossing issues that might make it easier for people that are navigating the city. So I'm hoping we can look at that citywide, especially in some of our more heavily traversed areas. We put that off maybe because of the pandemic, but I think it's time to maybe readdress those. And maybe, although I know we have and I'm sorry for using this phrase, the flashy flashies on Broadway, and I know WSU has put a few in other locations, but there are probably other locations throughout the city that could benefit from those flashy pedestrian crossers. And I don't think it would be out of the bounds for us to look at in the future here, the near future, a budget item that would address some lighting and flashies and some better striping. And so that would be my request to staff, is that we go back and look at our big pedestrian areas throughout the community as a whole and address those concerns with a plan to how we're going to update, upgrade, and unify our pedestrian crossings. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Pam?
Yes, I totally agree with Michelle. That's an idea whose time has long since come. We especially need to look at flashies on Broadway now, since we're going to leave it the same wide road that it has been. I've had several people say that point out to me where they think they should be. One, of course, is right across from Blado's, so that people can cross and get their donuts. So the city should look at that and see what's best. Another person brought to my attention that there's a lot of traffic heading from Huff Street all the way to Franklin at high speed on Lake Boulevard. Yeah. And that has been endangering pedestrians and kids and all the activity down there. So I would really like to see some focus on improving the safety at that point. That's all.
Thank you, Pam. Aileen?
The Frozen River Film Festival is coming up, and it's all online. Everyone's welcome. That's all.
We're looking forward to it, I can tell you that
Excellent.
for sure. Thank you, Eileen. Steve?
Yeah, I'm doing well, and I would echo Pam's comments. I had that comment with all the conversations I've had about traffic around town, and I've seen it firsthand. I spend a fair amount of time down by the lake, and I do see traffic clipping through there pretty quickly, and so that would be an area of agreement that should be looked at. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Aaron?
Thank you, Mayor. Just the possibility of looking at future speed on Broadway, or more lights, or more speed notification signs, flashy, something like that. Just let's look at that in the very near future.
Thank you, Aaron. And I believe flashy is the technical term for that, so.
Ask the
Thank you,
engineer.
Mayor.
Anyway, I'm going to break protocol and just say something real quick. This is a divisive issue. It has been for the community and council. I would like to commend council for working through this. We have been inundated with calls, emails, and visits, personal visits. I'd like the public to know that we will be working on projects that will make Winona safer. Please know that. So regardless of what the decision was tonight, we will be doing what we can. I think every single person in this room, every council member, is concerned about the safety of our community, and we are passionate about our community. So thank you to everyone.
Thank you, Mayor.
Next is the consent agenda, the approval of the minutes from January 19th.
I, Michelle Alexander, move approval of those minutes.
Eileen will
I-
second.
We have a motion by Michelle, second by Eileen. No discussion, right? Okay, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye?
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Moeller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Borzakowski,
Aye.
Rapinski.
Aye.
Mayor, I move we adjourn.
Mayor George will second that.
We have a motion by Michelle, a second by George. Vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye?
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Moeller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Borzakowski,
Aye.
Rapinski.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.